I'm going to be building a game and I need your help. Well, first, let's get into what we're doing. Hi, I'm Henry and I like making things. I've made a podcast.
It hit Simon.
Oh, it hit Simon?
Whoa!
I can live without that guy.
Oh, man.
Music and a couple other miscellaneous things. But with this, I want to make an idea I've had for a while now. To make a video game. I know, I've had this idea since a couple years back in high school, and I thought, it would be fun to make a game like the ones I grew up playing and rope all my friends into it to play characters for this. And how hard could that be, and blah, blah, blah. Well, seeing how I had the idea in early 2023, and it is 2025 now, I would say yes. It was extremely hard. Unreal Engine had some, let's say, problems to work out before you could even start making a game like the one I'm making. But before we get into all that nitty-gritty game dev details, let me tell you what type of game I'm going to be making. I'm making a third-person, maybe first-person at some points, choice-based narrative game. Think your Life is Strange's or Detroit Become Human, or one of my favorites, Beyond Two Souls. Games that weave an intricate narrative, giving you choices that affect how the end of the game will be over time, whether it's good or bad. I love these style of games. From the atmosphere to the story, the game is built piece by piece, leaving so many tiny details that on your first playthrough of the game, you might just play the main storyline, but then by talking to NPCs around you, you realize there are so many side plots as well, just to really immerse you in the story. And the music is the key part of why I love Life is Strange. From before even starting the game, you're in the menu and you see this. You know that music I've had playing in the background? It's been this theme. There's also Life is Strange True Colors, which has a pretty good thing, pretty good story. And probably my favorite, Double Exposure.
I said for so long that I built a home. They tap at the windows and think they were bones. Lay hands on the bricks and I'd swear from inside.
You know, not my favorite game wise, but you know, the stories, the theme's catchy. The main menu's theme's catchy. These games have a way of roping you into the story, where every action feels impactful. Detroit Become Human is one of those where if you don't do the QTEs, you can and will just lose that storyline, or helpful bonus that you needed, which will change the story continuing on. Anyways, enough of my rambling. I could talk about these games for so much longer. But back to my game, choice-based narrative. Now, I know what you're thinking. Henry, do you even know how to code? How can you make a game when the game you're basing it off is so intricate and takes time weaving stories together? Well, screw you. But I'm also using Unreal Engine 5.6. And to all those Unity people out there, sorry. Unreal Engine 5 makes everything I need easy and accessible, and I don't need to learn how to code mostly for it. The emphasis on mostly. And I can use Metahumans along with a feature called Metahuman Animator to record my friends and import their facial mocap to my PC. All very easy and user-friendly. But you may say, Henry, you still need to make the game, and how can you do that without knowing how to code? Well, I already figured that out. So, yeah, Unreal Engine has a marketplace, and on that, I found someone named Stephen Mayer. Not sponsored, just love the stuff this guy is doing. He has a company called Visual One, which makes a template for a game called Story Framework, which has everything I need to make for a game, and it comes with an easy way to do. Shoot. Let me find the paper. Oh, here it is. I didn't know the instruction manuals. It's a lot, but we're gonna speed this up to like 1.25, maybe 2.5 speed. So have some fun talk with me with Animal Crossing talk. Anyways, here it is. It has custom interaction framework created with a dual method system. Multiple options means more interactivity for the player. Quick time events with customizable options, all driven through a single function. A task system, a queue-based task object framework. A task system, a queue-based task object framework with functions add, edit, remove, and hide tasks. Memoirs, a menu, Menu use track and view players' previous dialogue decisions or game events that happen throughout their story, small or large. Large collection of object interaction systems, demonstrating different uses cases of the interaction system. Object inspecting and description reading for more in-depth storytelling through objects in your level. Module slot-based quick inventory system designed to be easily accessible while keeping all the expected functionality of an inventory, such as using, combining, inspecting, and dropping items. Oh my gosh, this is so much. Oh my gosh. We're me and you, whoever's on the other side of this screen. We're about to go through this, okay? But they have full dynamic camera systems, camera customization options, and custom functions for both first and third person. Module main menu to kickstart your project's home screen. It comes with the main menu. I don't even have to do that. I can customize it. I can customize the level, but it comes with the main menu. That's like, seems like simple. Probably one of the hardest things, but I don't know. I haven't made a game before, so screw me, I guess. It has journal entries used to keep track of important decisions or items to use in your story. You know, but the main thing of these types of games, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what? I don't even need this anymore. I remembered the rest of it. Saving and loading, a basic feature. It just comes with it. Super nice and easy. Thank the guy. Custom sequence managing, designed to easily play and stop sequences during gameplay, and includes free meshes, sounds, and other assets. He's a godsend. He really is. Good Lord. But that's what I'm going to be using. And it is the perfect tool I need. Will it take some learning? Yes. But man, will it save time on the nitty-gritty to help bring this idea to life. So go check out Visual One and find them on Fab Marketplace. Not sponsored, but hey, you know, maybe me and you could work something out. You want to play a game? You want to make a game? Anyways, now if all that seemed like a lot, because it was, don't worry, I have a game plan. I'm first going to make a short teaser trailer for the game. I won't need any of the Visual One templates yet, nor will I have to take that all in at once. I figured the best way to familiarize myself with the basics was to make a trailer. That way I can mess with sequencing, cameras, animations, and tweaking everything to make a narrative. And because I'm planning on doing this in a game setting, all sounds used for the trailer will be added in Unreal Engine 5 instead of something in post on something like DaVinci Resolve. Now, with all that finally out of the way, let's start with showing you what I currently have for a trailer. And I will be using this channel as a way to give little videos and updates to my process and to what I've learned so far. So maybe if you're someone wanting to make a game, you can learn along with me. Or just laugh at me, it's gonna be a long, fun ride. So let's boot up Unreal Engine. Now, I already have a level made. I used some pre-built assets along with some custom ones I made and found the textures on Fab. If you're starting an Unreal Engine, the first thing you'll see is this. There's nothing. It's empty. Don't worry, this vast empty space doesn't have to be threatening with the power of free assets. So pull up Fab, go to the free option, and find something that fits. Or if you want to have some fun with it, go and download some free materials and free assets and make the landscape yourself. I personally will be using a mixture of both for the trailer. Now, if you look below me, you'll see all my folders. And as one may tell, they are not organized whatsoever. I mean, the important things are like, look, voice lines are nice and organized with each actor along with their audio files I recorded on a mic on Reaper and their line sequences I have from Metahuman Animator. If you're wanting to understand how to use Metahuman Animator, I'm not the man for you. But if you search up anything like how to use Metahuman Animator, how to sync animations to Metahumans, or anything of that sort, you'll find all sorts of tutorials that fit different skill levels. And with the other importance, I have my levels for the trailer. My levels. Currently, I only have 2 scenes out of the 4 I need, but I'm working on them in chunks, so I'll be fine for now. Everything else are metahumans and custom animations I imported. Also, check out another YouTube video for info on that, because there are so many videos that could help you understanding metahumans and custom animations and importing them to UE5. So find a video and pause here. Okay, go. Now we're back. I'm assuming you've learned everything. Now let's pop into the field trip scene. Here is going to be a flashback for the main character. I don't have any animations or sequences rendered for it yet, but I do have a little snippet using camera cuts and camera railing. I was able to transition between two areas of this level using that. All of it is pretty intuitive and easy. And again, pause video, look up how to use it. I mean, you don't really even need a YouTube video to learn how to use it, but now you're back with me. Now we're on the same page, okay? Now, if we click this button down here, we lock our perspective to the camera cuts. And if we press play, here's what I have currently. I know, it's not much, but it's an amazing start. And with just doing this, here's what I have learned. How to do camera cuts, how to position cameras, using the railing system, and making custom textures for props by exporting them as a PNG and then putting them onto a drawing app on my iPad and customizing them to use for the story. That short snippet taught me so much. Now, let's move on to our next level, and the one I'm currently working on, since I thought it would be the easiest. Yeah, I was wrong. The basic premise for this scene is that our character Jay is applying for a job at a tech facility and is getting in too deep. Yeah, I know it's vague, but I can't really say much else or I'll ruin the story. And because I'm making a game, but also making a YouTube video out of the game, there's this fine line of balancing, like, do I spoil the story? Do I not? Like, what do I do to make this entertaining, but also, make you want to play the game when it's done? But from this, I used what I learned in the field trip scene and started up some new sequences, and abruptly realized I had nothing. So I brought in some assets from Fab, and I found one for a desk, and I wanted to make it seem a bit interrogational-esque, so I found a lamp, since I also thought it would be good for helping with lighting and the camera and just making the scene pop. And I downloaded also some textures to use for the walls, and from the outside, it looks basic. I mean, look at this. But with some camera magic and just perspective locking, the audience doesn't even have to know there's nothing there. Finally, I made the Metahumans, applied the sequences for the lines, and used Metahuman Tailor to add clothing for them. They just made a plugin that is able to export Metahuman straight to their app. You apply the clothing, send it back, all super easy, and it just works. No long hours, no waiting, no workarounds, it just works. At least for me, at least. With Unreal Engine, you have to take the wins where you get them. If it works and it just works, happy day. And with that, I started working on the sequence. I knew I wanted it to be bare minimum at first, and then I would keep adding details from there, along with different camera movements, etc. So I added 2 cameras and put one of them on each face. I then downloaded a default setting animations from Adobe and added it to them. And finally, I linked the facial animations to the metahumans as sequences, so that I could load them and mess with the timing as subsequences in the main one. As you can see here in the subsequence, I have the rendered voice track from Rebirth, a DAW, and with some basic EQ on it, along with facial animation plugged as a subsequence on the Metahuman. And in the main track, I deleted the face component, so it's only going off the subsequence facial animations. And with that, and a bit of camera magic and lighting adjustments, you get this. You do realize what you're signing, correct?
Yes.
With this contract, you'll be officially part of the ARA. Now, since you'll be joining the static noise team and be working on static noise, you will have to conceal your real job. So for now, you'll be a low-level intern working here. If your family asks, you're an intern. If your friends ask, you're an intern. Even if your spouse asks, you will still be an intern. If anyone asks for specifics about your job, just be vague. Say something like, they're about to reveal the new creation, or something like that. We don't want to have any mishaps on our hands if you get tangled up in your lies. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you read the consequences of what will happen if any information gets out, correct?
Yes, I did.
Great. Just sign here and here and here, and we'll get that ID badge ready so you can start your new job here at the ARA. Now again, and I really want to emphasize this, if any info about Static gets out, we will sue your ass for defamation so quickly that you'll be on the curb by next week. Do you understand the importance of Static?
Yes, I do.
Great. Now let's get up and get that ID of yours, shall we? I know it's rough. The animations feel uncanny valley, and the two cameras back and forth just make it seem basic. And it was my first time using Metahuman Animator, so it may seem off and there's really no details yet. And I may record some of the lines because, I don't know, I might want to just try some different things out. But it's where I am at the moment, and here's what I've learned just from doing these basic things. I've learned how to import custom clothing, how to import fab assets, how to customize metahumans, how to make subsequences, how to add custom animations. So even if it's basic, I did learn a lot, and I'm only going to continue to learn, which is why I need your help. To get to the whole point of why this video was even made. Whether you watch this long because you like hearing me yap, or you're a game dev looking into seeing what others do, I desperately need feedback, because how am I going to continue to grow or fix mistakes if I don't have criticism? So if you want to continue to see this journey of mine, please like and subscribe, because my next video will be updating on the hopefully finished animation of the White Room scene you just saw. So before I leave here, here's the game plan for next time. Add more details to my scenes, make custom idle animations for the face so it doesn't just go blank when the actor says there's line, and hopefully add some background noise to react with the animation. Anyways, thank you for checking out this video, and if you did, I hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye-bye. I mean it. Bye.